Cool, let's do this. So, Jason from Boston, JB Rants, as you guys know me. I don't put out my social media or my videos to the general public anymore because YouTube, all they do is just take them down. So why bother, as it were? But with all that being said, I'm in on a Friday, and I'm going to play some stuff that I like and do some commentary upon the various topics, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it's good. And good is sort of an arbitrary term, I guess. It's like if someone likes it, that's good. But if I put out, let's say I was cooking super, super hot Indian food with like peppers that'll blow your face off. No correlation to the explosions that have happened recently, but we shall touch on those as well, obviously. But the point is that not everyone likes everything. I do what I do, and I've been doing it for a long time. Not professional, not I don't make a single penny off of these videos that I put out, nor would I want to, I suppose, because that comes with a certain form of control, and I just like to utilize these platforms to at least bring people's awareness to situations. But I have no plan for the show tonight. And the reason I have no plan for the show tonight is because everything has become so crazy. I guess that's the plan, is to illustrate the fact that everything has become so fucking crazy that even I, JB, why would you say that? You think you know more than most people? Yeah, I do. Yeah. I know more than what most people in the gen pop know, general population. I know more than them in spades. Doesn't mean I'm right on everything, but I'm paying attention to things that most people simply ignore and just call names towards or whatever. So we'll start off with this, with the share screen. Let's see if they let me do it. Let's see if it works. Present. They changed it. It's called present. Okay. Oh shit, no, I did it wrong. All right, so you got to start it already. All right, here we go, folks. Present. Nice. Hey, it looks good. Go.
First, to strategically position your pieces, and when the timing's right, you strike. They're positioning themselves all over the world.
China threatens our sovereignty. We will act to protect our country.
Certainly has the ability to look up in the sky and see where the balloon is.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Not often does a piece of breaking news change absolutely everything and totally reset the landscape of a story, changing all of the elements that we had previously reported on and causing us to have to go back and correct the record. But Sean Ryan might have just done that. If you're not familiar with Sean Ryan, he's somebody who has a very successful, kick-ass podcast. It's like a long-form interview show. It's great. He does like these big-time, in-depth interviews, and he himself was a military operator in war zones for dozens of years, and brings often a military man's perspective and platforms people who have also served their country. He's one of the individuals who platformed regularly in experts who were saying, we're about to be attacked. We're going to be attacked. There's going to be horrible attack after attack after attack in this country. And lo and behold, clock ticks 2025, and we have 2 attacks. And we thought that they were linked, but now after this bombshell episode, we don't think they are anymore. There were some real problems with the Cybertruck attacker that blew up a Cybertruck in front of the Trump Tower in Las Vegas. Many people were saying, why would this special forces individual, his name is Matthew Leivensberger, why would this person with so much expertise in special forces and knowledge about explosives and IEDs and bomb structures and building, why would he just light a couple gas cans off in the back of a Cybertruck in a vehicle that he knows probably won't cause any damage, won't hurt anyone because of its reinforced stainless steel frame? It would just cause a lot of attention. This is what he's getting, a lot of attention. There's only one person killed in that attack, and it was Matthew Leivensberger, or so we think. Goodness gracious, there's so much to unpack here. Okay, I'm just going to jump to it and let Sean Ryan do the talking. Sean Ryan dropped this today, saying effectively he has a massive interview about what the manifesto is of this attacker.
Hey, what's up? We're doing an emergency episode here with Sam Shoemate, former intelligence analyst, and we are covering the Green Beret that bombed Trump Hotel in Vegas. Sam received an email from the Green Beret and kind of like a manifesto. A little nervous to do this one, but here we go. It'll be out later today.
So it was out later today, and ladies and gentlemen, we'll bring you clips from the interview in just one moment, but let's get to the real heart of what this is. Sam Shoemate reveals that Sean Ryan, that the Las Vegas Cybertruck bomber Matthew Leivensberger, emailed him before the attack claiming that the United States government and China have gravitic propulsion systems.
Hit pause.
This means, obviously, like alien technology.
I say that like I have a fucking producer, which I don't. I just do this for myself, all right? But also, I primarily get my information from you guys, so it's a symbiotic relationship. So I have to say hi to Sigmund Floyd and Troglodyte. Been with me since fucking 2015. Hit play, go. Thank you guys so much for being here. What I like to do when the New World Order does... Don't fuck this up. I hope I didn't accidentally click and start the... Okay, yeah, no, we're good. I'll bring it back here. I become so incensed, if that's the right word. I become so enraged when it's like, I know what they're doing. And by the way, just to go on the record, I trust Benny Johnson as much as I trust my friend Blackie Fitzpatrick. I've never spoken in a private conversation with Benny Johnson, ever. But what I can say is that I love the new girl who's coming in. I forget her name right now. The young chick, the 27-year-old girl, coming in, 29, coming in as the new White House press secretary. If she doesn't work out, if I could have in JB's mental space, if I could have Benny Johnson as press secretary for the United States of America, I would take that in a second. Just the destruction of the media for my selfish ambitions alone, not ambitions, for my pleasures alone. Just to watch Benny Johnson destroy the mainstream media, to me, would be hilarious and also signal to the rest of the world that this guy's in charge and you fuckers aren't. How's that? Hit play. Go.
Right? You don't need any more fossil fuels. You're able to use gravity in order to propel drones and weaponry. And that he was being tracked by the FBI. Let's continue. Leaked email from Cybertruck bomber Matthew Leibelsberger claims that the drones on the East Coast were being used for gravity manipulation. Technology alleged exclusively in China and United States. He accused the U.S. of hiding its weaponization of exotic technology and warns that the drones seen across the country are hostile Chinese aircraft launched from the Atlantic to show force. Leibelsberger describes these drones as an unprecedented national security event capable of carrying unlimited payloads, suggests China is preparing an attack on the East Coast. Whew. What? Here's the actual email itself. I'm not under duress, hostile influence, or control. What I've seen is these drones use operational use of gravitic propulsion systems powered aircraft by most recently China and the East Coast. But throughout history, the U.S. Only we and China have this capacity.
All right, so here's the deal, folks. I wish I owned my own house. I wish I had money, but I don't. And I share that with tens and hundreds of millions of Americans, I believe. But something I've been saying, when I got into this crap, when I got into YouTube and started unraveling that date in September, we are on this platform, so I have to say things in certain ways, which is super unfortunate for the younger viewers. But you know why I don't think it's a problem for the younger viewers is because, how do I say this in quick statement and keep the show going? The younger people just get it. And I guess at age 40, I'm the quote-unquote sort of older people who get it, but not the old people. And the people in their 60s, they go, yo, we've seen these things, and I've never thought of this before, but I'm just going to do it right now. And I hope this doesn't get pulled off the internet. Me and millions of people around the world, JB Rants and millions of people around the world, will give the government so much leniency. We're not going to revolt against you. We're not going to like be violent against you. Just either tell us it's aliens or, because I'm a flat earther, so those who come from other realms, which that's its own fucking thing, right? But if they just came out and tell us, we've had this technology for a long time. I don't know what that timeline is, and I can't pretend to understand what that timeline is. But I know what I've seen, and I know what people are seeing and uploading because they fucked up. Here's how they fucked up. The internet is the most powerful information sharing vehicle. Take my words however you want and interpose different words. But the way that I'm going to say it is that the internet is the most powerful. Back in ancient history, the best way to share information and beauty and cataclysm and horror and everything good and everything bad was through artists. Through artists who could paint or draw. That's how it was done. And if we are to believe that our history is what our real history is, then you can even go back further. This is probably going to go down as one of my best videos, by the way. The people who watch me a lot are going to be like, yo, JB, you're really getting into it. Yeah, I have to. Especially my tarot reader friend, Casslove, who I love so much. You have no idea. Is that they would literally just, the government was allowed to tell us whatever they want. And they had to give us some truth. And the reason that they had to give us some truth is because so many people were waking up before me, after me, but I was one of the best. I mean, just straight on. I didn't even want to do it. You look at baseball players and stuff. Some of the best position players in baseball, and I'm not a baseball expert, but I'm just trying to make an analogy here, is, well, you can come to this team and make, millions of dollars, but you were a third baseman and you're going to play shortstop. And they go, cool. Or sometimes they don't, but sometimes they say, cool. And they do it. And they become like freaking gold glovers. I am a gold glover of conspiracy research on the internet. JB Rants, the person that you are watching speak right now, with a beard that I don't prefer speaking to you guys with on my face because I want to shave it off tomorrow, but I have a strange situation where I have very, very sensitive facial skin. And now we have 4 people watching. Awesome. I'm going to address the chat in a second. All I'm saying here is I have extremely thick facial hair and very, very sensitive skin on my face. So I actually have to let it grow out to like tree trunk length. You know what I mean? In order to shave it off, because if I shave early, I end up getting ingrowns, and they end up getting infected, and they start shooting pus out, and I look like a fucking leper, and it's terrible. So that's why I look like crap on this live stream. I apologize, but tomorrow's my shave day, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. Let's go. Sigmund, is Blackie still around? Yeah, I mean, he's around to the extent that if I called him, I think he'd answer, but he doesn't do shows anymore. Sigmund also said hello to Trog. Trog is a longtime friend. Sigmund says if China has this technology, it's because they stole it. Maybe. Unless you have some inside proof of that. I don't know that. And I ate some. I'm a fucking weirdo with hot peppers. Almost everything I eat when I get the chance. I'm gonna be fine. Almost everything I eat, I slice up some really hot peppers into. I even buy the super hot salsa, and I add hot peppers into it. And I just get the hiccups. Eventually, it's amazing. I don't know if people are fucking with me. Troglodyte hot peppers cause hiccups. Yeah. I had I just put a little bit on some rice after I was gifted a couple lobster finger rolls. So I go, yeah. I keep the seeds in because I want the heat. I want the pain. And you get a high from it. I mean, it's kind of hard to describe. Like, everyone knows what a... I mean, hopefully you're a pure person, but I've never done heroin, so I don't know what that high's like. But everyone knows what wine is like. Everyone knows what weed is like. Everyone knows what beer is like. But a lot of people don't understand that if you eat an extremely hot pepper, what it does is it takes your body into a fight or flight response. And what the body does in response to what it perceives as a poison, because that's technically what it is, but a lot of people don't even understand that tomatoes are poison, spinach are poison. There's a lot of things we eat that are, and by the way, I'm not talking about the chemical poisons they put in all the food, which these people need to be fucking executed when we have convicted them in a court of law and they receive due punishment. I'm not talking about that. I've always sought out the hottest food because I get a freaking rush off of them. You guys comment. The comments can build up while I hold my breath, and I promise that awkward hiccups will stop. Cool. Sorry about that, folks. Diaphragm reflex correct. Troglodyte. Since 1946 at least, that's referring to my previous comment. Glad you still around, JB. Happy. Cool, yeah. No, we love Sigmund Freud. We love Troglodyte. We love everyone here. I'm just going to do my own thing. I just feel bad that I was overcome by the freaking hot pepper, but it is what it is. And I don't know. I like it. It is personal. It's, what do they call it? Masochistic. Like, the pain is unbelievable, but you do get a rush of endorphins after taking one of those peppers. And in my case, it wasn't even an actual pepper. It was a teaspoon of Reaper squeezins. Reaper squeezins from Ed Curry at Pucker Butt Pepper Company. And you just eat it, and everyone says the same fucking thing. It's like, oh my God, that's so sweet. That's delicious. Holy shit, what did I do? And you become overcome. And for about 20 minutes, there's nothing you can do about it. Water doesn't help. I didn't even try with water. Milk doesn't help. Nothing helps. But that's the reason that you do it. And I actually use it as a food. I don't just use it as like a stunt. I like spicy everything, so chicken soup, you can put it in that. Beef stew, pasta, you can put it in anything. But only mix in about a quarter teaspoon unless you want to fucking die like I just did right there for about 19 minutes and 18 seconds straight. So let's play some stuff.
Now, Russia and Ukraine continue to launch drone attacks against each other, according to their daily military briefings. The Russian Air Defense Unit shot down over 30 drones of Ukraine in regions including Belgorod, Kursk, Voronezh, Bryansk, and Rostov. The Russian Federal Air Transport Agency announced temporary control at airports in Kaluga, Saransk, Penza, and Saratov region. While the Ukrainian Air Force said Russian military since Tuesday night launched 111 drones, with 63 taken down. The National Bank of Ukraine reported one of its buildings caught fire after drone debris fell on it. The fire was later put out. The bank is in normal operation. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Zelensky has expressed hope in an interview that the US President-elect Donald Trump's unpredictability could help end the war with Russia. Zelensky said that Trump is very unpredictable and that he would really like to see Trump's unpredictability apply to Russia as the US President-elect really wants to end the war. Trump, who takes office on the 20th of January, has said that he will end the nearly 3-year conflict in 24 hours once in power. His claim has drawn skepticism from Kyiv, which fears it will be forced to give up land for peace. However, Zelensky has sought to build bridges with Trump and his team since November's election, amid fears the Republicans could slow vital US military aid or halt it entirely. In another development, Ukraine has opened a criminal probe into desertion and abuse of power after hundreds of soldiers were reported to have fled an army unit partly trained by France. The 155th Mechanized Brigade, dubbed Anne of Kiev, was one of several military groupings formed last year as Ukraine sought to boost preparations for possible new Russian offensives. Now, this unit was to be made up of 4,500 soldiers, with France training roughly half of them and providing equipment. It was reported in December that 1,700 soldiers had fled the brigade without going into combat and that 50 had escaped while training in France. Furthermore, a Ukrainian court sentenced a man to 15 years in prison for passing information to Moscow that could have helped it target missile strikes. Kyiv has opened thousands of probes against Ukrainians suspected of collaborating with Russian forces since Moscow launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Now, Ukraine is under relentless Russian attack. Kiev hopes for peace as promised by Trump, but the question, of course, is at what price would peace come in Ukraine? Now, Moscow is pretty clear that it will continue its goal of capturing the entire Donbas region, but also asserting that it would not agree to Ukraine joining the NATO military alliance or allowing foreign troops on Ukrainian soil. The question, of course, is this: is peace even a tangible goal, or is it just an illusion for Ukraine? Take a look.
Just so no one feels bad, Sigmund or Trog or anyone, I'm not planning on, I didn't plan on doing a show tonight. I'm just watching stuff and I decided to go live so I can stay relevant. So people are going to circle in, circle out. But thank you very much for being here.
On the battlefield, Russian forces inch forward relentlessly. Fields, towns, and villages are all devastated. In the latest offensive, guided bombs are targeting southern Zaporizhia. Russians have increased the ferocity of aerial attacks, striking Ukrainian cities with unrelenting precision using drones and missiles. In the Donetsk region, Russian troops are pressing hard. Not just armored vehicles, Russians are also using bikes to move deeper into the countryside. The shelling has been constant, and Ukrainian forces are facing.
Just so everyone understands, because I don't want to see like apologetic comments like that and stuff like this. Me and hundreds and probably thousands of other YouTubers, all I want to be is an alternative if you don't want to watch Fox or CNN or MSNBC. That's all I want to be. And I don't want monetization. I don't want clicks. I don't want likes. I don't want anything. I just want to come on here and rant. And we see a lot of these big news stations going down. And the reason they're going down is because they lie. And what's crazy is it's a total, it's like an instantaneous reciprocation. They lie. I call out their lies. Me and hundreds of thousands of others call out their lies. And it's like, how are we not the new media? You know what I mean? But also, I don't want to make any money. I don't want notoriety. I don't want to be shared out. I don't want to be popular. I don't want to be anything. I just want to be JB Rants and call these motherfuckers out for exactly what they are, which is corporate media, which is extraordinarily dangerous. And I am very personally, not my channel. I don't give a fuck about my channel. I am personally interested into how these things are going to survive moving forward with what is hopefully what most of us believe, and I believe, I'm going to say this straight up right now. I believe, I mean, I'm wearing the hat, okay? What I believe is going to be a Trump administration that at least Donald Trump has never had. I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this. From the PC to me smoking cigarettes and talking and ranting at you outside. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to end this and I'm going to restart it outside. All right?